At the table located in the back of the room, if you haven't already turned in your ballot. I will be calling the meeting to order in 2 minutes, at which time all ballots must be turned in. Make sure you turn in your ballots. You got 2 minutes. Last call for ballots. Please be sure to turn in your ballots at the table located in the back of the room. I will be calling the meeting to order in 1 minute, at which time all ballots must be turned in. Good evening, everyone. I'm officially calling this meeting to order. Voting is now closed and ballots cannot be turned in any longer. I am Jerry Powell, President of the New York Junior League. On behalf of the Board of Directors and Management Council, I welcome you to the New York Junior League's 2026 annual meeting. And a special welcome to those joining us via live stream today. This has been an historic year for impact, for growth, and for innovation at the New York Junior League. Powered by our membership of 2,800 women and growing, and building off of the momentum we've created in celebrating our milestone 125 years of service, collectively, we have accomplished so much. This evening, you will hear key updates from senior leadership, including your Board of Directors and Management Council. We are grateful for the presence of a representative of one of our community partners who will be sharing her insights on the powerful work we are doing together. We will be celebrating our past, present, and future leaders and acknowledging the accomplishments of some of our many outstanding committees. We will announce the results of the Nominating and Sustainer Nominating Committee ballots and acknowledge our outgoing and incoming members of the Board of Directors and Management Council. And the past presidents will ceremonially pass the gavel to officially welcome the next president of the New York Junior League. To begin, I would like to welcome Alicia Adams, Board of Directors Secretary, to confirm that we have a quorum and to approve the 2025 annual meeting minutes.
Thank you, Jerry. Article 9, Section 4 of the NYJL bylaws state that at all meetings of the members of the NYJL, 100 members entitled to vote, or 1/10 of all members entitled to vote, whichever is less, present in person or by written ballot, shall constitute a quorum for the transaction of business. The official registration of the NYJL members present tonight by proxy is 328. For our next order of business, we need to approve last year's annual meeting minutes. I will propose 2 motions this evening, and Noreen will second each of those motions. I move to dispense with the reading of the minutes from the June 12, 2025 annual meeting.
I second Alicia Adams' motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes from the June 12, 2025 annual meeting.
All in favor of the motion, please say aye. All opposed to the motion, please say no. Thank you. The motion is approved. Now, I move to approve the minutes from the June 12, 2025 annual meeting as presented.
I second Alicia Adams' motion to approve the minutes from the June 12, 2025 annual meeting.
All in favor of the motion, please say aye. All opposed to the motion, please say no. Thank you. The motion is approved. Now, I would like to welcome NYJL Treasurer Noreen O'Carter to share a report on the NYJL's 2025-2026 financials.
Thank you, Alicia. Hi, everyone. My name is Noreen O'Carter, and I am the treasurer of the New York Junior League. I am pleased to report that the New York Junior League remains in sound financial standing, and that is in thanks to all of you. I want to personally thank you for your continued dedication to NYJL. Your generosity, not only financially, but of your time and talents, allows this organization to continue to make an impact in our great city. Looking ahead, I would like to share a glimpse of our financial standing as our fiscal year 2026 concludes in June. Please note that these results are unaudited. Through the 11 months ending May 31st, 2026, we have brought in operating revenues of nearly $4.1 million and have spent around $3.7 million. Our current operating gain has us in a good financial position to remain financially sound by year end. A large portion of our spend in the community happens in the spring with our community committees. The board's recommendation to membership to approve a raise in dues is meant to address the rising inflationary costs that community committees continue to endure. I also want to report that our endowment currently has a balance of approximately $4 million, which equates to around 30 months of operating expenses. Thanks to all who have generously donated to our investment portfolio. I also want to thank each of you for meeting your financial obligations this year. As you know, membership dues and our fundraisers are the backbone of our financial existence and our two largest sources of revenue to fund our operations and community programming. Membership dues for the next fiscal year will open up soon, and you will have the opportunity to enroll in a 6-month payment plan. We are extremely grateful to those of you whose generosity goes above and beyond and who have made additional donations to NYJL through the First League Fund and who have supported our events throughout the past year. It is because of each and every one of you and your dedication to the League that we continue to thrive. And remember, and never forget, finance is fun! Finance is fun! Yeah.
Thank you, Noreen. I kept listening for my cue. Finance is fun. That was my cue. That was time for me to get back to the podium. The New York Junior League exists to uplift the families of New York City, and we cannot do this work without our community partners. I am honored to introduce Sarah Muscat. Sarah joins us from the New York City Autism Charter Schools, where she is the head of school in East Harlem. She joined New York City Autism Charter School East Harlem in 2015 as an instructor and has assumed numerous positions in the school, including head teacher, clinical supervisor, and assistant head of school, before moving into the role of head of school in November of 2024. Thank you, Sarah, for taking the time to share your insights and your reflections on our partnership. Please give Sarah a warm welcome.
Thank you. That was lovely. Hi, everyone. Wow, what a room. What a remarkable event. And I'm really, really honored and excited to be here with you all tonight on your turf this time, right? We just had our ribbon cutting just a few weeks ago. Yeah, and I'm excited to talk a little bit about our school and our long-standing partnership with the New York Junior League, and just the incredible impact that you all have had on our school community. Like you just said, I've been the head of school for about 2 years now, but I've been with the school for 12 in various roles and capacities. And I always heard rumblings about the New York Junior League. I always knew there was volunteers from the Junior League at our special events, our baseball event every year, our piano recital, different graduations, helping set up, break down. But it wasn't until I stepped into this role that I really had the opportunity to learn about who you all are, what you guys do, what you're all about. And I do need to just say, like, I come from a school, and I feel like everyone that works in my school are heroes, but you guys are really incredible. So a quick round of applause for everyone in the New York Junior League, real quick. Yeah, seriously. While our organizations serve New York City in different ways, we are united by this belief that every person deserves the opportunity to reach their full potential, and that we can help make that happen by investing in our communities, which you guys have done just so incredibly with our recent partnership. And I think that's why our partnership has felt so natural all of these years and will continue to be. The Life Skills Center, I hope that those of you who were not there at our ribbon cuttings have seen pictures. I'm still at a loss for words about how I feel about this space. It is so much more than a renovated room. It is a reflection of our shared commitment to dignity, opportunity, and empowerment. If you don't know about our school and our students, we, really are designed to serve students more on the moderate to severe end of the spectrum, with a heavy emphasis on promoting life skills and independence. Many of our students come to us with core deficits in executive functioning, meaning like all of the skills that allow us to take care of ourselves every day are things that are really, really hard for our students. And it is our job and our hope that we can, give our students really individualized, evidence-based instruction to teach those skills, and enter our life skills room. That will just continue to be a space where students can practice those skills, learn how to generalize them in different environments. It's really, really important. And I'd like to share just like a quick story that just perfectly illustrates why this space matters so much. We have a young student named Ruben. He's fantastic. He's 10. He has never had a haircut before. And for years, his parents have had to cut his hair little by little as he sleeps at night. Pretty scared of what would happen if he were to wake up. Usually that would result in a lot of challenging behavior and just fear. And so that's what they have done for years while we have worked on it at school. And all of that is because he has a lot of anxiety about the experience of entering a salon. I know that I don't even like salons personally, but for a kiddo that has a lot of, hypersensitivity, the unfamiliar chairs, the mirrors, the sounds of hair dryers, the sensations, it was just really overwhelming for him. So at school, we've been working with Ruben on haircut tolerance for years. We practice, small steps, building his comfort, celebrating those small victories, both with his teachers and his family. But the hardest step was the one that we could never replicate, which is walking into a salon and sitting in a salon chair. And let me tell you, the teachers at NYJL Autism Charter School have tried, right? They tried building like mock chairs out of cardboard boxes and school chairs. But with this new Life Skills Center, we finally had the opportunity to create that experience in a safe and supportive environment. So recently, as of this last week, Ruben sat in our new barbershop space downstairs in Life Skills. He tolerated the chair. Go, Ruben. Yep. Yeah, totally. He engaged with the experience, and for the first time, we saw a clear path towards helping him achieve something that once felt a little impossible, truthfully. When his parents watched the video, they cried, and not just because he got a haircut, but because they saw the possibility. They saw their son taking a meaningful step towards greater independence. They saw hope, and they saw that his world was starting to expand a little bit. And they asked, they are always so quick to thank our team and just thank God that they won the lottery and that their son got a seat at our school. But they asked me to thank you all tonight for the work that you put in to design this incredible space that they are hoping will continue to contribute to his success with this ultimate goal of finally receiving a haircut, not in the middle of the night while he sleeps. So thank you all on behalf of his parents. And I really hope that you feel the impact of your work. You know, it is not just this like generous, beautiful grant that you all gave us. It was your time. And I know that, you know, the folks that were on that committee were in our school building on Saturdays and Sundays with their sleeves rolled up. And it was just, it was beautiful. Eliza, if you're here, I remember meeting with Eliza, who worked on this committee at the start of the project, and just felt that she was really listening, she really heard, she really understood our students. She took the time to tour the school, get our vibe, and recreate that downstairs in our life skill space. And it really reflects not just a gorgeous room, but just deep respect and understanding for who our students are. And as educators, we know that none of this work happens alone. It takes partnerships, and it takes communities willing to invest in children that they may never meet, and children like our children. And it takes people like all of you. So thank you so much on behalf of myself, my team, our school, the students who are loving the space. I thank you all so much for this. We are truly grateful, and this impact will last forever. I really mean that. Every single time we are celebrating a new target mastered or a new skill learned from one of our students, we'll be thinking of the New York Junior League. So really appreciate it again. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sarah, for your gracious remarks. And I want to say on behalf of the Community Improvement Project Committee and the entire New York Junior League, thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve in this way. Thank you. I want to take a moment to acknowledge a group of leaders who have gone above and beyond in their support of the New York Junior League through their generous contributions to the First League Fund. The community impact work that you have heard about just now and that you will hear about throughout today simply would not be possible without this critical support. This year, the First League Fund had an audacious goal to raise $425,000 in unrestricted funds. We are so very close to reaching that goal, having raised over $414,000 to date. Thank you to the Development Board Work Group under the able leadership of co-chairs Joan Pedley and Andrea McDermott for your tremendous efforts, without which this success would not have been possible. On the back of your agenda this evening, you will see the names of First League Fund supporters printed on the donor honor roll. Oh, I love that. I love the sound of the flip. That's great. It's not too late to add your name to this list if you haven't yet made a contribution this fiscal year. I encourage you to take a moment to scan the QR code and make your commitment to the First League Fund. Every dollar counts, and no amount is too small, and we are so close to reaching our goal. So thank you for your support. And now I'm pleased to welcome Nikki Hudak, Executive Vice President, to share some of our key accomplishments of the past year.
Thanks so much, Jerry. I'm excited to kick off the next segment of our program where we celebrate the work of the Management Council, as each area offers a quick update on their accomplishments this year. This year, when Jerry and I and Liz were at the AJLI conference in Indianapolis, a fellow EVP approached me and reminded me that with more than 2,800 members, more than 50 committees, a large board, and 20 members of the Management Council, the NYJL is larger and more complex than many, many corporations. Accordingly, the work of being a leader on the Management Council is also no small task. I'm grateful for the time, energy, and talent that each leader puts into being the best manager, motivator, coach, and thought partner that she can be. Tonight we'll hear from each senior council head and our sustainer council head, who will share key highlights from her area. To kick us off, I would like to introduce Dana Vogel, our community senior council head, to share some highlights from our community impact.
Good evening. I am Dana Vogel, Community Senior Council Head. I'm happy to share some highlights from the community area as we end another impactful year. First, we have been able to grow our community programming in meaningful ways this year by officially launching 2 new community committees, Journey to Achievement and Done in a Day Flexible. Journey to Achievement partners with the prestigious Duke of Edinburgh Award and for the first time brings the program to students in New York City outside of the private school system. This program currently has 6 mentees referred to us by NYJL community partners. The launch of Done in a Day Flex has allowed us to expand the breadth and frequency of Done in a Day offerings and created more opportunities for NYJL volunteers to join a Done in a Day committee or do a volunteer shift. That takes us to our next achievement, increased impact across the community area more broadly. In the city impact area, the 3 Done in a Day committees recorded a total of 325 events, up from 207 total last year. PIP and CIP spent 3,800 and 1,000 hours, respectively, beautifying DeWitt Clinton Park and the Hope Center Harlem and New York Autism Charter School in East Harlem, respectively. Community committees piloted several new community partners, like the Doe Fund, Girls on the Run, and Global Kids, and permanently onboarded others like Keene, New York, and former partner Catholic Charity Community Services. In the spirit of returning to our roots, the 125th anniversary of the 125th anniversary of the New York Junior League, outreach was done targeting settlement houses and led to a pilot with Grand Street Settlement. Committees in the children's education, culture, in the arts, and child health and welfare and adult education and mentoring areas increased their maximum committee capacity to better accommodate our growing membership and serve our partners. The community area's third achievement is increased collaboration with partners and stakeholders. This includes inviting community partners to speak at a Community Issues Forum and VET, inviting prospective members to join a PIP Day, and inviting valued donors to help with a special CIP project at Hope Center Harlem to see the impact of their generosity firsthand. Another example of this collaboration was the mission-aligned self-defense class the Crisis Intervention Committee hosted for non-NYJL volunteers and staff from New York Presbyterian's Dove program. Before I finish, I want to thank the community area council heads, associates, co-chairs, volunteers, and every New York Junior League member who has volunteered for a Done in a Day shift or rolled up their sleeves at a PIP Day. I would now like to turn it over to Katie Cook, Membership Senior Council Head.
Hi everyone, my name is Katie Cook and I am the Membership Area Senior Council Head, and I am excited to give you some updates on everything we accomplished in the membership area. So, aligning with the New York Junior League's mission, we have kept and continue to keep the advancement of leadership, collaboration, and training at the forefront of our work. We've had a very busy and productive year, and I'm excited to share some highlights with you this evening. Our training area has continued to evolve and deliver top-notch programming. In particular, the Nonprofit Education and Training Committee has reinvigorated its offerings and introduced a Board 101 training this year. They've also hosted 2 expert-led panel trainings geared towards nonprofit board members, professionals, and those looking to expand their knowledge and expertise. Additionally, based on feedback from past attendees, this year they introduced a nonprofit mixer where professionals could network and connect at the house. This event immediately sold out and was very well received. I also want to applaud our VET and LDC committees who provided valuable training opportunities throughout the year for our volunteers. I hope many of you have had a chance to participate in some of these programs. The volunteer development area has a lot to celebrate this year. We formally implemented the Accelerated Provisional Training course and have offered it in both the fall and spring alongside our traditional courses. We also successfully piloted a summer course and will now be offering that again this summer. Through these programs, we have officially graduated and welcomed 455 new members this volunteer year. Another accomplishment that will really benefit all of our members for years to come comes from our placement committee. They created an evergreen placement guidebook that contains vital information on every committee, allowing volunteers to explore opportunities and learn about committees throughout the year, not just during the placement season. As you can imagine, this was no small feat, and I'm incredibly proud of their hard work on this project. I also want to recognize the amazing efforts of our new membership and transfers committees, who serve as the first touch points for women joining us. Their dedication helps create a welcoming environment and ensures that our newest volunteers are supported on day one. Lastly, I'm so proud of our affiliation area. Our Membership Engagements Committee is comprised of 8 affiliation groups and provides opportunities for women to connect outside of their committees. The MEE women have worked incredibly hard throughout the year to create, I can't count how many events, to foster community and belonging. Our Greetings and Outreach Committee has also worked tirelessly, hosting many mix and mingles throughout the year. These events give members the opportunity to socialize and meet new women, while also highlighting different areas of the league through collaborative programming. Some highlights include a welcome back reunion with PTC and placement, and a very, very well-attended event with our sustainers. And of course, we celebrated our 125th anniversary this year. Most recently, we gathered for a picnic in Central Park, revisiting Pilgrim Hill, the original location of this beloved tradition. It was a truly special day that brought members together, and we managed to withstand not 1, but 2 rainstorms that day. I'm incredibly proud of everything that the membership area has accomplished this year, and I would like to recognize my council heads, Sabrina Frucci, Olivia Dame, and Emily Lynch, for their partnership, leadership, and dedication. And I'll now turn it over to Joanne Adams, who will share some updates on the sustainer area.
Thank you, Katie. As I've just completed the first year of my 2-year term, I look back with pride at all we have accomplished together. Sustainer programming provided by the Sustainer Day and Evening Committees has offered over 1,000 opportunities to connect this year through events and activities ranging from luncheons and receptions to trips and tours, salons, guest speakers, book groups, mahjong and canasta play, and Spanish language lessons. I send my gratitude, appreciation, and admiration to Sustainer Day Committee co-chairs Christina Fike and Maria Reyna, and Sustainer Evening Committee co-chairs Pam Arcilla and Stephanie Loomis for their leadership and creativity, which accomplished the goal of providing opportunities for sustainer engagement, which led to the coordination of events such as Holiday in Bloom, decorating Astor House for the holidays, the Metropolitan Museum of Art evening, and culminating in a year-end reception for both committees. Many of our events this year would not have been possible without our dear sustainer, Liz King, who worked her magic to create themes with food and decor to fit the mood. This year, we created 2 sustainer associate positions. June Reed has served as my associate as a member of the New York Junior League's associate program. She attended meetings and training sessions with actives as she worked closely with me on strategic planning and outreach. I offer my heartfelt gratitude to June for her dedication, thoughtfulness, and leadership. Terry Giacomo was recently selected to serve in the Sustainer Liaison Associate position, which will also be a placement in the New York Junior League's Associate Program. She will support sustainers by assisting in navigating procedures and working closely with the Astor House administrative team on the 5th floor. The Sustainer Council now has 3 working groups. The Sustainer Events Working Group was created for the purpose of understanding what interests our sustainers by measuring the success of our programs through attendance. Spearheaded by Terry Giacomo and Terry Pope, a presentation of very detailed information was recently shared with the Sustainer Day and Evening Committees, and we aim to continue to gather information to yield further insights. The Onboarding Working Group was formally placed on the Sustainer Council this year. Spearheaded by Claire Munjiguera, they work to welcome new sustainers and sustainer transfers and provide support during their transition from active to sustainer or from junior league to junior league. Information gathered this year will build on our existing foundation to support next year's onboarding activities. Thanks to the success of the 2 working groups, we're in the beginning stages of establishing a sustainer mentoring working group, which is being outlined and planned to provide active committees with historical references and expert volunteer advice through the sharing of information. Thank you to Sustainer and New York Junior League board member Susie Fisher for organizing a listening session this year to learn more about sustainers' needs as we evaluate our current programs and engagement and develop a future action plan. It's such an honor for me to represent our Sustainer Council, and I send my sincere gratitude and appreciation to all sustainers who serve on the Sustainer Day and Evening Committees, sustainers who serve on active committees throughout the New York Junior League, sustainers who support our events and activities, and all 900 sustainers who generously support the New York Junior League. Congratulations to the New York Junior League sustainers. I represent you at the AJLI monthly directors meetings, and there is no other junior league in the country that offers the incredible sustainer programming to support the engagement of our members for the benefit of the New York Junior League.
Thank you so much, Joanne. Let me get my place. Good evening. I'm Savannah Thomas, the Fundraising Events Senior Council Head. As we reflect on this past volunteer year, I'm incredibly proud of everything the fundraising area has accomplished. This year was defined not only by strong financial performance, but by innovation, collaboration, and a willingness to think differently about how we engage supporters and advance the mission of the New York Junior League. This year, the fundraising area has raised over $1.6 million in net revenue as of June 15th, surpassing our fiscal year budget target of $1.37 by almost $300,000. Across the area, every fundraising committee met or exceeded its financial goal this year. I think that's another round of applause. This is truly a testament to the dedication, creativity, and hard work of our volunteers. From Winter Ball and Savor the Spring to Golden Tree, Home Design, Wellness Day, Team NYJL, and specialty shops, our committees delivered exceptional experiences while raising critical funds to support the League's work in our community. Second, we continue to diversify and strengthen our fundraising efforts through innovation. Committees introduced new event concepts, enhanced attendee experiences, and explored new revenue opportunities. Specialty shops had a particularly outstanding year, selling over $65,000 in merchandise, with over $15,000 sold from their 125th collection. This exceeded their goal by more than $25,000 through a combination of online offerings, event activations, and the tremendous success of our 125th anniversary collection. Across the area, we challenged ourselves to evolve, and those efforts translated into both stronger engagement and stronger results. Finally, one of our greatest accomplishments this year was the spirit of collaboration that emerged across the fundraising area and throughout the League. Committees worked together in new ways, sharing ideas, best practices, and resources to support one another's success. Specialty Shops expanded its presence at fundraising events, helping drive revenue while enhancing the membership experience. We also strengthened partnerships with community and other NYJL areas, creating more opportunities to connect fundraising efforts directly to the impact of our mission. What I'm most proud of is that we didn't achieve these results by simply repeating what we've always done. We embraced change, tested new ideas, and worked together to build a stronger and more connected fundraising program for the future. One of the successful examples of this is Fall House Tour, transforming to fall house parties, creating a wonderful experience at the Astor House that highlighted design and inspired living, and not only driving a new fall experience, but reinvigorating excitement for our Spring House Tour. I want to thank our council heads, associates, co-chairs, committee members, staff partners, sponsors and supporters, and anyone else for their commitment and leadership throughout the year. Congratulations to our entire fundraising area on an outstanding volunteer year. I would now like to hand it over to Courtney Smith, Strategy, Advocacy, and Communications Senior Council Head, to update us on strategy, advocacy, and communications. Thanks.
Thank you, Savannah. Good evening. I'm Courtney Smith, Senior Council Head for Strategy, Advocacy, and Communications area. And I just want to share a few quick highlights from the area that focused on 3 key priorities: increasing NYJL's visibility, strengthening our advocacy efforts, and preserving our legacy as we celebrated our 125th anniversary. So first, our communications committees significantly expanded NYJL's storytelling and external visibility, with our content creation committee launching our NYJL TikTok. So if you haven't checked it out, please check it out. I checked today. We have 500 followers, you guys. So I don't want to brag. Tell a friend, though. And in addition, we also continued to grow our social media presence on Instagram, Facebook, and others. While our newest communications committee, Marketing Strategy, supported press outreach and strategic communication efforts across the League. Marketing Strategy also spearheaded a very special project that I'm excited to share with you tonight. In just a few weeks, every member will receive a printed 125th anniversary edition of the NYJL Minute, which, if you don't know, was one of our printed publications that we would send out twice a year to let everyone know what was going on in the league. So created as a keepsake of this milestone year, it celebrates the work of our volunteers, the impact of our programs, and the many moments that made this year so special. We can't wait for you guys to see it. Second, our advocacy committee strengthened NYJL's voice at both the city and state levels. In addition to the State Advocates for Public Policy Committee hosting a successful Albany Advocacy Day, we also launched the first ever virtual advocacy night, which resulted in 225 contacts to state legislators, 70 postcards sent in support of the Speak Your Truth Act, with those efforts leading to 9 additional sponsors. Finally, we worked to preserve and share the NYJL's history. Our Archives and Photography Committee documented more than 100 events this year, and they launched the inaugural Central Park Photo Walk in partnership with the Athleisure Ladies Affinity Group, that introducing a new member engagement initiative that combined hands-on iPhone photography instruction with a guided experience through Central Park, and it drew enthusiastic participation, so we'll try to bring that back. Together, these efforts ensured that the stories of today's volunteers will become part of the League's history for generations to come. As we close out the year, I want to extend my sincere thanks to Social Action and Advocacy Council Head Erin Newlands and her associate Paige Wankel, to our Strategy and Communications Council Head Amanda Copeland and her associate Jordan Frausto, and my area associates Desiree Tongo and Kanae West. To all of our co-chairs and volunteers as well for their leadership, their expertise, and dedication throughout the year. Thank you. I'll now turn it over to our 125th anniversary task force co-leaders.
Thank you so much, Courtney. I am Christina Murphy.
And I'm Lisa Hathaway Stella.
And we have been honored to serve as the co-chairs for the first half of our 125th anniversary. We have been blown away by your enthusiasm and support for this special milestone, and wanted to briefly highlight some of our task force's activities for this year, as well as our upcoming events as we look towards the second half of this anniversary year.
On the heels of February's exceedingly successful Winter Ball, we hosted a community breakfast forum in April. The forum opened with a fireside chat featuring President Jerry Powell and Catherine Wild, former president and CEO of the Partnership of New York City. The audience included community leaders and nonprofit experts who joined an executive discussion on the most pressing issues facing organizations and agencies across New York City. Insights from the breakfast, alongside interviews and citywide survey of other nonprofit leaders, have been synthesized into a robust report. The report explores how leaders can respond to critical funding needs, rapid technological changes such as AI, and thoughts on how to address fragmented service systems. We look forward to releasing the report next week and sharing it both internally and as a gift to our external partners. We would like to thank Mercedes de I've been practicing it all day. Mercedes de Guardiola and her outstanding team for delivering such an exceptional forum and for the meaningful work that has emerged from this initiative.
Our next event was focused on celebrating our history and the legacy of our members. On May 29th and 30th, the third and fourth floors of the Astor House were fully transformed into an immersive exhibit featuring never-before-seen items from the NYJL archives. Guests could choose to either attend a sumptuous daytime tea or an elegant cocktail party before going upstairs for a self-guided, immersive journey through time. It was a truly remarkable event, with each room featuring a theme or a topic that is highlighted in our forthcoming 125th anniversary book, Power of Purpose. To highlight just a few items, attendees were able to see our original medical volunteer uniforms from the 1930s, our original New York subway advertisements as part of our rape awareness campaign of 1978, the original costume drawings from the Mardi Gras balls of the 1950s, and much more. We want to deeply thank our Archive Events Subcommittee Chair, Liz King, for her tremendous work in putting all this together. Also, a big thanks to all of the members of her subcommittee and everyone who volunteered for the event, who each put together a room and contributed to make this exhibit and event so memorable.
Our next milestone is the Leadership Conference, a full-day event that will take place in October, dedicated to nonprofit leadership. As part of our ongoing commitment to developing leaders, the conference will continue our long-standing tradition of bringing together people to learn, connect, and grow. Planning is underway, and we will share additional details as soon as they become available. We want to thank Kate McGlenn and for her leadership and look forward to all that she and her committee will accomplish.
We also wanted to highlight our 125th anniversary keepsake items that were created by the task force. A big thank you to Barbara Paddock and Anna Popowski for their work in celebrating and developing our 125th anniversary logo, as you can see prominently featured, which is now on our heirloom charms and charm bracelets. In addition, we are pleased to share our 125th anniversary commemorative scarf. Designed by celebrated watercolor artist Rachel Robury, the scarf features vignettes inspired by our archives, which bring our history to life decade by decade. Thank you to Suzanne Manning for your collaboration and historical insight for this. We had a lot of fun working with you on this. Both our charms and scarves will be available. They're available for pre-order now and will be available for pickup in the fall. Last, we are excited to share the cover and announce the launch date for our commemorative volume, Power of Purpose, 125 Years of the New York Junior League. This is a lavish 300-page book that traces the journey from our groundbreaking origins to the dynamic programs and partnerships defining our impact today. And we're very excited to share that you will get to see a first glimpse of our cover. If you are able to attend the reception after this event, we highly encourage you to come check out the cover. It'll be your first sneak peek. The book it's truly beautiful. We can't wait for you all to see it. And we want to give a big shout out to Maria Reyna and the rest of her subcommittee for all their ongoing work on this project, as well as the NYJL staff who's been actively contributing to pulling our different archival items and supporting. Power of Purpose will be available for pickup on November 17th at the Astor House at an event marking both Mary Harriman's 145th birthday as well as the launch of this commemorative volume to the public. We are also pleased that, due to popular demand, we will be bringing back the dynamic exhibition from Tea Over Time for this launch event. We hope that those of you who missed the initial exhibition will be able to join us for this next event and can come participate. Finally, Lisa and I wanted to express our deep gratitude to Kate Gueno, our task force secretary, and Haley Buchanan, our task force treasurer, for their time and commitment for making all of these activations a success. These items would not have been possible without both of you.
And finally, Jerry. We want to thank you for everything that you have done for the 125th anniversary team. Your innovative vision and your leadership in helping to bring that vision to life has made lasting impact. It has been a true honor for each and every one of us to be part of your team. And we look forward to continuing to execute on your vision under the leadership of incoming President Liz Pavone.
Thank you, Lisa and Christina, so much for those kind words and for everything that you've done to bring this to life. Without you both, this would not have come to fruition. Fun fact, Lisa Hathaway Stello was president when I was a provisional. So it's been really special to be able to work with you in this way. Thank you. Celebrating 125 years of service leadership, and impact has given us an opportunity to not only revisit our history, but to look ahead to our future. Throughout our history, generations of women have come together to meet the needs of a changing city while developing the skills, confidence, and leadership experience needed to make a difference far beyond our organization. Today, we are proud to introduce a new 3-year strategic plan that honors that legacy while preparing us for the future. I want to thank the Strategic Planning Work Group, led by co-chairs Liz Pavone and Anna Guerin, for their tremendous work in bringing this new plan to life. I also want to thank the Board of Directors for their engagement and for the hundreds of members who participated in our focus groups or responded to surveys as part of this process. At its core, this plan recommits us to what makes the New York Junior League unique: developing exceptional women leaders through meaningful volunteer service that creates lasting impact across New York City. The world around us is rapidly changing. The needs of our communities are evolving. Expectations of volunteers are different than they were even a decade ago, and yet the need for women leaders prepared to serve, to convene, and to lead has never been greater. Over the next 3 years, our work will be guided by 4 strategic priorities. First, we will develop exceptional women leaders. Leadership development has always been at the heart of the New York Junior League experience. We will build on recent innovations at the committee level and continue to strengthen our training programs while expanding mentorship opportunities, and we will create meaningful leadership pathways so that every volunteer has the opportunity to grow, contribute, and lead. Our goal is not only to prepare women for leadership within the league, but to equip them for leadership throughout New York City and beyond. Second, we will enhance community impact through coalition. The challenges facing our city are too complex for any one organization to solve alone. Building on our legacy of community partnership, we will deepen our relationships across the nonprofit sector and strengthen our role as a convener of mission-aligned organizations. By working together, we can amplify our collective impact and better serve vulnerable communities. Third, we will elevate the New York Junior League brand. For 125 years, we've been a best-kept secret amongst our community partners, but sharing our story more visibly is essential to amplifying our impact. We will strengthen how we communicate our mission, our leadership model, and our impact so that prospective members, community partners, donors, and civic leaders understand the value and importance of our work. And fourth, we will build infrastructure for the future. We will modernize systems, technology, operations, and revenue strategies to ensure that the League remains resilient, financially healthy, and positioned to serve future generations of volunteers and New Yorkers. Taken together, these 4 priorities capture the spirit of who we have always been, while acknowledging that our capacity for flexibility, innovation, and our ability to respond to changing conditions on the ground will be our greatest asset for the future. And now, I am pleased to again welcome our EVP, Nikki Hudak, to introduce a very celebratory part of our program this evening.
Friends, I could not be more excited to start the next part of tonight's program, where we honor the extraordinary accomplishments of NYJL committees across all areas and councils. Committees are the lifeblood of the NYJL. They're where our volunteers come together to find community, ideate, one of my favorite words, and execute in service to the NYJL and New York City. We are all so very proud of the ways committees dream big, creating ambitious goals and then exceeding them to drive our mission forward. Please join me in a rousing round of applause to thank each and every committee for their work this year. I know we're all so proud. It's like I feel verklempt. All right. Since 1988, the Board of Directors has identified exceptional committees to be honored as Committees of the Year. Tonight, we will honor 3 Committees of the Year and confer a special citation for excellence to a 4th. We invite the co-chairs and committee members present to come forward to receive your certificates and for a photo with Jerry when your committee is called. Our first Committee of the Year are innovators, ideators, and solution-oriented thinkers. This team took stock of recent event performance and they took bold action. This fall, they pivoted to an entirely new concept, house parties, bringing design to the Astor House. This event was a financial success. It reinvigorated volunteer creativity, and it received enthusiastic attendee feedback. For their spring event, this committee honored the home tour tradition, but with fresh twists, including a trip to Tuckernuck for a kickoff party featuring celebrity designer Ariel Oken, house tour VIP tickets, and car buyouts sold out. All ticket sales and auction receipts outperformed our goals. And what more can I say? We went to Gloria Steinem's house. It was outstanding. But really, I'm more proud of this committee's positive internal culture. They collaborate with each other, other NYJL committees and areas, and with our staff who sing their praises. And they have great fun together. For their courage to innovate and their impressive achievements, I am thrilled to present Chair Nancy Angelica, we can't forget about the EVC Laura, and the entire Home Design Committee as a Committee of the Year. Come forward. We're so proud of you. I mean, truly, these ladies are outstanding. It's very inspiring. Our next Committee of the Year embodies the NYJL's 125-year-old commitment to community impact. This committee has a dual mandate: consistent biweekly mentoring sessions with girls throughout our community partners, including with Esperanza Prep and the YMCA, and they plan and execute an annual Career Day. Career Day, now in its 9th year, has evolved into a flagship NYJL community event with significantly expanded reach. This year, the committee enhanced programming by including new partners and meeting the needs of girls of a wider age range. PAL's Career Day planning exhibits a commitment to cultural competence. This included curating gift bags that met the needs of diverse cultural and ethnic backgrounds. And moreover, Career Day now includes breakout sessions and panels fully in Spanish and bilingual written materials for girls who are more comfortable engaging in their first language. For their commitment to service, inclusivity, and impact, I am honored to present the Committee of the Year Award to co-chairs Bree Johnson and Christina Rebello and the entire PAL, that's Personal Advancement and Leadership Committee. Come on, if you're doing good. I really hope everyone has an opportunity to go to Career Day and see the magic. It's really inspiring. This year's final Committee of the Year planned and executed 15 different programs to provide volunteers with practical skills and creating meaningful opportunities for connection and for learning. The committee intentionally focused on 2 core areas: community impact and mental health self-care. This allowed the committee to design programming and source speakers to equip our volunteers to serve and support volunteers balancing careers, school, service, caregiving, and all of our personal lives. Through this lens, the committee delivered on diverse, mission-aligned content, often featuring external experts and also partnering with other NYJL operational leaders, such as inclusive volunteering and working with sensitive populations, understanding generational differences, my personal favorite, and the confidence to say it. They also partnered with our community area on a very successful program on creating successful community workshops. The committee embraced feedback, planning spring programming in response to fall feedback, and attendees frequently expressed each training's helpfulness and impact in surveys. These compliments reflect a committee that is not only meeting expectations, but exceeding them in meaningful and lasting ways. For their holistic approach and collaboration and their engagement with feedback, it's my pleasure to recognize Chair Monica Pahani and the entire Volunteer Education Development and Training Committee, VET as we know them, as a Committee of the Year. And Monica did this all by herself, as did Nancy. Wait, we got to give it up for our solo chairs. Right? We did it. In addition to these 3 Committee of the Year awards, the board elected to award a special citation to a committee that embraced the 125th anniversary celebrations on the largest scale. The 74th annual Winter Ball was a defining moment for both the Winter Ball Committee and the New York Junior League in this celebration year. This milestone called out not only excellence in execution, but a deep commitment to honoring the NYJL's legacy. The committee rose to that challenge. They delivered an extraordinary sold-out event that welcomed over 900 attendees and raised a historic $1 million, more than that actually, in support of the NYJL's programs and partnerships. I am going to repeat that. This team raised more than $1 million. It's astounding. Many attendees commented about the many ways that the event itself embraced the NYJL legacy, from historical photos to the highly impactful video featuring some of our strongest and most long-standing community partnerships that brought many, including my husband, to tears. In fact, that was another key learning. It is a really wonderful idea to get everyone crying before your live auction and your cash call. It's my pleasure to recognize co-chairs Blair Alexander and Per Seidner and the entire Winter Ball Committee with this special citation for excellence in the NYJL's 125th year. Come on, ladies. Well, they're doing their photo op. I hope you'll join me in giving another well-deserved round of applause for these exceptional committees and leaders. Okay. And now, I would like to invite Mary Mayer, the Sustainer Nominating Chair, to present the Sustainer Service Awards.
Oh, thank you, Nikki. The Sustainer Service Award recognizes 2 sustainers each year who exemplify the highest qualities of leadership, commitment to volunteerism, and service excellence to the New York Junior League. Tonight, we are honoring the 2026 recipients, 2 extraordinary women who have dedicated their talents, their time, and their energy to the New York Junior League, Jill Ferrari and Terry Giacomo. I'll start by telling you a little bit about Jill. Jill has been described as a superstar, and it's easy to see why. Her commitment to the New York Junior League and her willingness to help on events are truly unmatched. No task is too daunting for Jill. Over the years, she has recruited the Yale a cappella choir for Snowflake Soiree, driven to a bakery in Tribeca to pick up ringdings for the Bon Voyage party, and traveled all over the Upper East Side in search of the best price beer for our Oktoberfest celebration. She took one for the team with that. Jill is a member of the Sustainer Evening Committee and serves as a liaison with the Sustainer Day Committee. She performs double duty by attending meetings and events for both committees and is an invaluable resource for sharing ideas and information between them. At events, Jill takes it upon herself to greet people, help them feel welcome, and introduce them to others. Her warm and positive demeanor makes her a delight to volunteer with. In recognition of her wonderful service to the New York Junior League, I'm pleased to congratulate Jill on the Sustainer Service Award. And now a little bit about Terry. Terry is a tireless volunteer whose contributions to the New York Junior League have not gone unnoticed. She receives rave reviews for the fabulous events she plans as the Sustainer Day Committee's Trips and Tours Coordinator. Terry generously shares her knowledge of New York City museums and collections and coordinates meticulously planned outings that are both educational and fun. She has taken groups to the Cloisters, the Met, MoMA, the Morgan Library, and the Winter Antique Show. When asked to help, Terry always graciously agrees to take on new projects. Most recently, she volunteered for the Tea Over Time 125th anniversary celebration, where she did an amazing job curating a room highlighting the New York Junior League's history and featuring treasures from the archives. As you heard before from Joanne, Terry is also co-chair of the Sustainer Event Review Working Group, where she analyzes data from the Sustainer Survey to identify the best programs to serve our members. She even took it upon herself to learn how to use AI technology and help delve through all the data. Claude, the chatbot, has been unofficially added to her committee. Terry's dedication to the New York Junior League, her generosity with her time, and the pleasure she has brought to so many through trips and tours are a testament as to why she is receiving this well-deserved honor, the Sustainer Service Award. Congratulations. And now I will turn things over to Olivia Dame, Volunteer Development Council Head, to announce this volunteer year's Women to Watch.
Thank you, Mary. Hello, everyone. I am delighted to be here to announce our Woman to Watch honorees for the 2025-2026 volunteer year. Women to Watch are active members with up to 5 years of New York Junior League volunteer service. These women come from every area of our organization and go above and beyond the call of duty. These women inspire and mentor those around her, uphold our mission and core values. I can say with absolute confidence that we have a bright future ahead of us with these women at the helm. I am thrilled to announce this year's winners and to celebrate their hard work and dedication. I will invite this year's Women to Watch to come forward to receive their awards and for a photo with Jerry. Please remain on the stage so that we can get a group photo at the end. Our first Woman to Watch is everywhere. From ribbon cuttings to our annual and general membership meetings, she has ensured that events have photographic coverage as co-chair of the Archives and Photography Committee. She also is never afraid to raise her hand in service to the New York Junior League's mission. Earlier this year, she agreed to step into a co-chair role mid-year, which is no small feat, because she knew her committee needed help. She has jumped in with both feet, improving committee morale, organization, and collaboration with other committees. She leads with hustle, problem solving, and humility. Congratulations to Woman to Watch honoree Marianne Akinboyiwa. Our next Woman to Watch comes from our community area, where, as co-chair of an entirely new committee, she is at the forefront of sharing the New York Junior League with new community organizations and building a positive and fun committee culture. She is a creative problem solver who took the challenge of needing more evening volunteer shifts as an opportunity to introduce the New York Junior League to new partners and reinvigorate relationships, including with the Settlement House community. To support that outreach, she created materials for the committee to use during outreach to and conversations with these organizations. She is inclusive, enthusiastic, and mission-aligned. Congratulations to Woman to Watch honoree Hannah Beswick. Our next Woman to Watch has dedicated herself to creating spaces where members feel welcomed, supported, and empowered. As a leader on the new membership committee, and soon to be its co-chair, and the LGBTQIA+ and Allies Affinity Group, she is dedicated to fostering authenticity and true belonging. Moreover, her service in the affiliation area on membership engagement events and assisting and attending affinity group programming demonstrates her commitment to building community from the ground up, always putting people first. She is empathetic, mission-aligned, and reliable. This year, we are proud to recognize Paloma E. Figueroa as Woman to Watch. Our next Woman to Watch has made profound contributions to the social equity, membership engagement events, and new membership committees, as well as the DEI board work group. In each role, she has been reliable and committed to excellence. As the inaugural chair of the LGBTQIA+ affinity group, she helps build a thriving community that promotes authenticity and belonging. Next year, she will serve as Membership Engagement Events Co-Chair as she continues to develop engagement opportunities for all New York Junior League volunteers. She is a problem solver, mentor, and community builder. Congratulations to Woman to Watch honoree Jacqueline Graber. Our next Woman to Watch has been an exemplary volunteer on Passport to the World and has served as the Children's Education, Culture, and the Arts Associate. Her fellow volunteers describe her as reliable and organized, always going the extra mile to ensure committees and events are running smoothly. As an associate, she supports her council head and committees by increasing communication and collaboration. She handles change and pressure with grace, resilience, and tenacity. Most of all, this volunteer is described as being kind. She creates a positive environment where people feel valued and supported. Congratulations to Woman to Watch honoree Zlatina Pfeiffer. Zlatina is unable to join us this evening, but let's give her a round of applause. Our next Woman to Watch comes from our fundraising area, where she has an impressive leadership history. She currently serves as the Area 2 Associate and will join the Management Council as Area 2 Council Head. While serving as co-chair, the Well and Being Committee was named a Committee of the Year. Her focus on positive culture and problem-solving skills directly contributed to the committee's success and subsequent recognition. This year, she leaned into her associate role, helping with logistics for the new fall home design event and house parties, and with Wellness Day operations. She is focused on the bigger picture and helps the Area 2 committees share knowledge and best practices. She is calm, detail-oriented, thoughtful, and organized. Congratulations to Woman to Watch honoree, Katie Rowe. As Golden Tree co-chair, our final Woman to Watch is a true problem solver. For those 3 festive days, she was everywhere, texting people, running up and down the stairs, and talking to vendors. She led by example, keeping the committee laser-focused on the goal, raising the most money for the New York Junior League while still delivering an engaging attendee experience. She led the committee through a format pivot that introduced the VIP soiree with entertainment and a live auction. She is trustworthy, an intuitive people leader, and promotes positivity and resilience in her committee. Congratulations to Woman to Watch honoree, Lauren Turner. A final round of applause for these incredible women. We look forward to seeing where your leadership journey takes you. I would now like to turn things back to our president, Jerry Powell.
Thank you, Olivia. Our Board of Directors and Management Council are a powerful group of leaders, and I would like to take a moment to acknowledge them. We would like to invite the outgoing members of the Board of Directors and Management Council to join us on the stage. Please hold your applause until all names are read. Would the outgoing members of the Board of Directors please step forward? Outgoing board members, Alicia Adams, outgoing board secretary, Jeannie Agas-Trouveroy, outgoing nominating chair, Susan Marks, outgoing director at large, Christina Bott-Murphy, outgoing director at large, Jennifer Farrell, outgoing director at large, Elizabeth Pavone, outgoing director at large. The script says Jerry Powell, outgoing president. I'd like to thank me for all of my service. I'm gonna scoot over and get my flowers. Now we would like to ask the members of the Management Council who are completing their terms this year to please step forward. Katie Cook, Membership Senior Council Head. Amanda Copeland, Strategy and Communications Council Head. Rashida Davis, Child Health and Welfare Council Head. Elizabeth Finan, Nominating Committee Vice Chair. Sabrina Frucci, Training Council Head. Amy Klein, Finance Council Head. Lily Crone, City Impact Council Head. Mary Beth Lowe, Fundraising Events 3 Council Head. Amy Matson, Fundraising Events 2 Council Head. Erin Bailey Newlands, Social Action and Advocacy Council Head. Alyssa Quigley, Adult Education and Mentoring Council Head. Dana Vogel, Community Senior Council Head. Thank you, ladies, so much. Your passion, dedication, and leadership have been unparalleled. It has truly been an honor to work with you all this year. I would now like to acknowledge the returning members of the Board of Directors and Management Council. Please stand in your place when I call your name and stay standing until we announce the entire 2026-2027 leadership team. Please hold your applause until all names are read. Returning to the Board of Directors, Nikki Hudak, Executive Vice President, Noreen O'Carter, Treasurer, Susie Fisher, Director at Large, Sarah Clunan, Director at Large, Anna Guerin, Director at Large, Andrea McDermott, Director at Large, Mona Kelly Lopez, Director at Large. Returning to the Management Council, we have Savannah Thomas, Fundraising Events Senior Council Head, Courtney Smith, Strategy, Advocacy, and Communications Senior Council Head, Joanne Adams, Sustainer Council Head, Sarah Brzezowski, Fundraising Events 1 Council Head, Olivia Dame, Volunteer Development Council Head, Jung Hee Han, Children's Education, Culture, and the Arts Council Head, Kathleen Lee, Secretary, and Emily Lynch, Affiliation Council Head. I'm thrilled to introduce the incoming members of the Board of Directors and Management Council. Incoming board members, Elizabeth Pavone, incoming president. Susan Marks, incoming board secretary. Elizabeth Finan, incoming nominating chair. Dana Vogel, incoming director at large. Caroline Dean, incoming director at large. Mercedes DeGuardiola, incoming director at large. Katie Cook, incoming director at large. Incoming Management Council members, Courtney Amberg, City Impact Council Head. Lauren Austin, Adult Education and Mentoring Council Head. Gigi Boehringer, Fundraising Events 2 Council Head. Andrea Conti, Done in a Day Council Head. Archit Sampangala Hegde, Social Action and Advocacy Council Head. Erin Bailey Newlands, Membership Senior Council Head. Katrine Petrosky Baldino, Child Health and Welfare Council Head. Alyssa Quigley, Community Senior Council Head. Katie Rowe, Fundraising Events 3 Council Head. Caroline Riles, Finance Council Head. Jeff Tossig, Nominating Committee Vice Chair. Kane West, Training Council Head. Please join me in congratulating the 2026-2027 New York Junior League leadership.
I'm going to do this.
Okay.
Okay. Before Jerry turns it over to others for the exciting announcement of our new nominating committees, recall that we did have another item on our ballot, which was a dues adjustment, and I am excited to announce that that passed with 199 votes in favor and 72 votes against.
Thank you, Nikki. Now I would like to welcome back Mary Mayer, Sustainer Nominating Chair, and introduce Jeannie Egas-Trouveroy, Nominating Chair, to the podium to announce the outcome of tonight's ballot.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. It has been an honor to serve as Sustainer Nominating Chair this past year. The incredible committee thoughtfully and carefully selected our Sustainer Day and Evening co-chairs, the Sustainer Nominating Chair and slate, and the 2 recipients of the Sustainer Service Award. I'm incredibly proud of all the accomplishments of this year's committee, and I would like to introduce my committee and ask that each member stand when I call her name. Janet Beauchamp, Caroline Donahue, Kara Dunn, Patty Miranda, Joan Pedley, Greg Swain, and Jeff Tossig. Thank you all for your wonderful work. Please join me in a round of applause. And thank you to all the sustainers who voted for the incoming Sustainer Nominating Committee. I'm pleased to announce the new committee. The chair is Rosemary Dackerman. For 2 to 7 year representatives, Carolyn Adams, Hillary McNamara. 7 to 12 years, Kara Van Norden and Christine Voint-Schwach. And 12 plus years, Barbara Paddock and Kathy Segranis. Member at large is Dee Dee Scarborough. So, congratulations. And we wish you all the best in the upcoming year. I'd now like to introduce Jeannie Trouveroy, Nominating Chair.
Thank you, Mary. This year, the charge of the New York Junior League's nominating committee was to prepare slates of candidates for the election to the board, management council, and the nominating committee. Most critical to a successful nominating process are the members of the nominating committee, and it has been an absolute pleasure to work with the 2025-2026 nominating committee this year. The members of this committee are characterized by deep insight, integrity, confidentiality, compassion, kindness, and a deep commitment to identifying the best next leaders of tomorrow to serve the New York Junior League. Their dedication has been greatly contributed to the successes we have achieved this year. Over the course of this volunteer, this amazing committee selected our incoming president, our incoming secretary, as well as 4 directors at large, 14 members of the management council, and 24 individuals for the nominating slate. I kindly ask that the members of the nominating committee to please stand. Let us all join to acknowledge and thank them for the outstanding contributions with a well-deserved round of applause. Okay, I guess I won't name your names then, since you all stood up. Okay. All right. Okay. I thank them from the bottom of my heart for their dedication, commitment, and unwavering support of the selection process, and to Elizabeth Finan, my Vice Chair Extraordinaire, for her endless support throughout the year. Okay. May I have another round of applause for this committee? Okay, and with that, it is my great pleasure to report that you have selected the following members to serve on the 2026-2027 nominating committee. Elizabeth Finan, Chair, Jeff Tausig, 2026-2027 Vice Chair, and 2027-2028 Chair. Okay, now I'm going to, please forgive me if I mispronounce people's names. Okay, so starting with members at large, Tess Azarick, if you're here, Victoria Esposito, Rachel Savitt, Kajaya Korjak, Elise Brennan, Rashida Davis, Lee Held, Kimberly Howard, Lauren Long, Annika Jacques, Amy Matson, Nikki Mintz, and I forgot the categories. I apologize. Okay, so communications with Kajaya Korjak. Community was Elise Brennan, Rashida Davis, Lee Held, Kimberly Howard. Membership was Lauren Long, Anika Jacques. Fundraising and finance is Amy Matson and Nikki Mintz. And sustainers are Joan Benham, Kristen Flatman, and Terry Giacomo. Congratulations, all of you. I don't know who's next. Okay. So now I invite Jerry back to the podium.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Jeannie. And congratulations to the 2026-2027 nominating and sustainer nominating committees. For 125 years, following in the tradition of Mary Harriman, the New York Junior League has benefited from extraordinary women who have answered the call to lead. Our past presidents represent a legacy of service not only to this organization, but to institutions across New York City. Their leadership, wisdom, and commitment have helped shape the league as we know it today. I would like to recognize the past presidents who are with us this evening. I have relied on the wise counsel of each of these wonderful women for 2 years, and I couldn't be more grateful to them for that support and for their presence this evening. Please join me in thanking them for their enduring dedication to the New York Junior League. I would like to ask the past presidents to please join me on the stage along with President-elect Elizabeth Pavone for the passing of the gavel. Okay, it's going to take us a second. Let's get it. We got to get organized and we got to get in order. So, who's our most senior? I'm the most senior. Oh, who's next? Me? Oh, wow. Me? All right, whenever you're ready, just pass the gavel. Yep. Okay. Jesus.
Liz, you'll be passing it back.
I take great comfort in knowing that we have passed the gavel to such a capable and committed leader. I know I speak for all of us, including our past presidents, in saying thank you for answering the call. We know there will be both triumphs and challenges ahead, and much good judgment will be required. Being member-focused and mission-driven will always lead you to the right decision. Past presidents have given and followed the same advice. Lean on us and know we are there cheering you on and supporting you in every way. Please help me welcome Elizabeth Pavone, 2026 to 2028 President of the New York Junior League.
Thank you, Jerry. Good evening, everyone. It is a true honor to stand before you as we launch our next strategic plan and as I mark the beginning of my 2026 to 2028 term as your president. I do so with deep gratitude for the legacy of women who founded the New York Junior League, for the members who have grown the organization and sustain it today, and for each of you who will help carry it forward. For 125 years, the New York Junior League has been powered by a simple but extraordinary belief that women, working together with purpose, generosity, and courage, can strengthen communities and create lasting change. That belief is as relevant today as it was in 1901, and in a rapidly changing world, it is this mission that will keep us strong, responsive, and essential. Every member adds value. Every committee, every placement, every conversation, and every act of service matters. Whether you are welcoming a new member, deepening a community partnership, raising funds, telling our story, advocating for our mission, or shaping our strategy, you are part of something larger than any one role or any one year. That is why this strategic plan matters. It gives us more than goals, it gives us a clear roadmap, and it asks us to be clear about where we're going, disciplined in how we get there, and united in how we measure success. Most importantly, it reminds us that the future success will come from working as one league across membership, community, fundraising, strategy, advocacy, and communications. To develop exceptional women leaders, expand our community impact, elevate our brand, and build infrastructure for the future, we will need the energy, wisdom, creativity, and commitment of our entire league. New members bring fresh perspective and momentum. Active members bring dedication and hands-on leadership. Sustainers bring institutional memory, mentorship, and a powerful example of lifelong service. Together, we will transform this plan from a document into a living expression of who we are and what we believe is possible. Membership will help every volunteer find belonging and their path in the organization. Community will deepen our service and partnerships across New York City. Fundraising will fuel our mission. Strategy, advocacy, and communications will connect the work, elevate our voice, and keep us aligned with the city we serve. Each area has a distinct role, but our impact depends on how we move forward together with trust, teamwork, and shared purpose. As we look ahead, I am filled not only with optimism, but with conviction. The future of the New York Junior League will not simply happen to us. We will shape it together. I want to thank Jerry for her exceptional 2 years as president. It has been an honor to serve alongside her on the board of directors. And I also want to thank all of you for your trust, your service, and your commitment to this extraordinary organization. I am honored to serve alongside you, and I cannot wait to see what we build, lead, and make possible together for our members, our communities, and the future of our organization. Thank you. Oh, you take that. Thanks.
It's a perk of the job. You get to keep the gavel. What makes the New York Junior League so special? What makes us unique? What do we do for the city of New York that no other organization can do? What makes a New York Junior League volunteer? And perhaps most pressing, why do we do this? I've spent the last 2 years offering answers to these questions to you, the membership, to our community partners, to prospective members, and to the broader community. One way to think about these questions is through measuring impact, typically involving metrics. We raise hundreds of thousands of dollars every year through our fundraising events that then get reinvested into our community projects. We train hundreds of volunteers through programs like our VET and NET programs. The thousands of hours of volunteer woman power we invest into the community results in making our city's playgrounds more beautiful, our school and community spaces redesigned and fit for purpose, and many hundreds of lives are touched through programs like Done in a Day, Find the Good Day, and POW, where we feed those experiencing food insecurity, help families settle into permanent housing, and inspire young girls to dream big. And our impact is only poised to grow. We have experienced a 19% growth rate in membership over the past 2 years, for which we were recently honored by the Association of Junior Leagues International. Our summer provisional class in its second year is at capacity. Our last new membership meeting of the year had a wait list of 152 women. Those are just a few ways of measuring our impact, and there are many more metrics we could use to tell our story of success. But these really don't capture the essence of what makes the New York Junior League the New York Junior League. There are many standout memories and moments I've experienced over the past 2 years that I think capture that essence a little bit better. One of my favorite memories is when a fellow board member asked me to step in for her so that her Cavalier King Charles Spaniel could keep her commitment to visit residents of the new Jewish home with the Senior Friends Committee. Miss Ellie and I brought my then 7-year-old Franklin along, and I had a lovely opportunity to witness what our volunteers do on a regular basis. On this day, we helped bring a moment of connection and joy to the residents of the new Jewish home while giving our volunteers an opportunity to serve alongside their own canine companions. What makes us unique is we are able to create small moments of joy, small moments of connection, and we do this at scale. That is special. That is unique. We take our mission to develop the potential of women seriously. Innovation is happening at every level in the league. A couple of standout memories come to mind on this front. I recall receiving a phone call from one of our fundraising council heads overseeing Winter Ball, you know who you are, in July 2025, and she said, "I have an idea I want to float by you." Now, as a senior leader, you come to learn that a question phrased like that is either going to go in a suboptimal direction or it will be brilliant. It's one of the two. This was the latter, and she laid out a plan that leadership had come up with that, if successful, could help us dramatically exceed our original revenue projections. I thought privately to myself, with this plan, we might reach $1 million of revenue. And as we all know, Winter Ball exceeded this milestone, which will make an immediate impact on every aspect of our mission work. What makes us special is we create opportunities for women to push themselves as leaders and to experience the joy of rising to that occasion. Another memory. In fall of 2024, our Advocates for Public Policy Committee was hard at work planning our legislative breakfast, which in recent years has become a must-attend event for civic leaders in New York. The committee worked diligently and invited many senior civic leaders, and very close to the date of the event, I get a call from a committee leader, and she said, "We've been in close contact with the governor's office for many weeks, and she, our leader, had just received word that the governor, in fact, planned to attend our legislative breakfast. And in fact, the state's first woman governor attended our legislative breakfast, an historic event that was due entirely to the collective efforts of the committee." What makes the New York Junior League different is that by design, we work together to achieve more than we could ever achieve on our own. One last fond memory amongst so many. I have had the privilege of speaking to each of the 3 cohorts that have come through our relaunched accelerated provisional program to date. I lead a mini lecture on finding one's voice through advocacy, and I ask everyone from the start to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 5, their confidence in using their voices as advocates in our community. And then there's an opportunity to share. At one training we had one of the provisionals share out, and she was really compelling. and really knew her issue super well. And I check her self-rating, and she had given herself a 2. And I'm like, this woman is ready to run for office right now. She's that talented. Even in the room, you could see a shift in her own self-awareness of what was possible for her as a leader. What has made us endure for 125 years is our ability to meet women where they are and show them their own potential for greatness. It has been an absolute privilege to have the opportunity to serve alongside you. You know that so much of the great work we do is because of each of you and your contributions, and I'm happy to have been able to play a part in this role. I was very fortunate. I had an incredible board of directors over 2 years. I want to thank each and every one of you. I couldn't have asked for better leaders to serve alongside. I want to thank our incredible staff, led by Lynn Clark. I'm going to miss my early morning meetings at the Astor House. I often would arrive right after Renee, I would be there early, and I'm going to miss that. This part of the agenda is entitled My Farewell. I will join the ranks of the great past presidents, and I feel this suits me. I am excited about my community committee placement. I've placed on a community committee, and if you join us at Astor House immediately following this evening's meeting, I will be happy to share, and maybe we'll be on a committee together. Your collective prayers carried me these past 2 years, and I thank you for your tremendous support. I am sending all of that prayer and support to our new president, Liz Pavone. I am moving on knowing that the organization is in excellent hands, and I look forward to supporting your journey alongside all of the past presidents every step of the way. Okay. As I mentioned, immediately following this annual meeting, we will invite you all for a casual gathering at the Pine Room. It is free of charge with a cash bar, and we do have light bites for you to enjoy courtesy of the Board of Directors and Management Council. Thank you for your presence this evening, and I hereby call this meeting adjourned.